Hello, it's me, Annalisa, my spiritual friend. I've got people here. Hang on, I'm just trying to figure out. Let me get this off my screen. Hello, Ohodina, Urban Lady, Malala Pale, Lash Out, Amy. Sorry, I'm wiggling. I sit on a pillow because in the basement my chair is very cold if I don't. Hello. Hi, my Michelle. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Rosewater, Elizabeth, Star, B Knight. How is everyone? I'm good. So I'm just kidding. Someone asked me to do another video, like an update, because they thought Beto was not going to win, blah, blah, blah. I'm holding space of not doing a whole bunch of repeat videos of let me just read and read and read on the same subject over and over. I'm feeling like end of September into October or maybe November, I'll do another video on those if there's updates. Hang on, Malala Pale. And there was something else someone asked me to make about. I have to go back and look. There's another video, but I'm making some of the videos. I need to wait till my kids start school this week because it's hard to find time. All right, let's go. What is ET's plans for me? Can I also ask when he will contact me? Have you noticed like a lull with him? I mean, like a big lull, like he's almost like he was more regularly contacting you and now it's like nothing because it just feels like almost like he's dropped off. Does that make any sense, Malala Pale? Romantic feelings from Maria or me? Hold on just a second. Just want to see what that is. Okay. All right, Elizabeth. Close does have feelings for you or Maria. It's weird because I'm getting both and neither. So it feels like which is a weird answer. I know that's not really great, but that's I'm like, whoa. So it's like he's interested in both of you, but at the same time, he's not really interested in anything serious with anybody. Does that make any sense? Oh, Davina. Okay, wait, hang on. Let me see. Did Malala Pale know communication now? Can you see his future plans for the both of us? I don't. That's why I'm asking. So it really feels like it's just sort of dying down. Like I don't see him having plans that way. I feel like his feelings have gone another direction, which I'm sorry, but that's what I feel. What makes you feel like there are still plans? Is there something there? I mean, you don't have to answer it here because this is pretty wide open, but hang on, Elizabeth, just answer the real quick. I'll just say this and then I'm going to go on to somebody else's questions. What is closest relationship with Maria? Are they just friends? I do feel like they're just friends, but I do feel like he has a crush, but I also feel like maybe there's a crush there with you. That's what's weird. It's like, so he doesn't want anything really serious with either. Sandra, I heard yes for will you and John buy a house together? And I know I jumped down and there are other people ahead. It's just sometimes when I read a question, if it's a yes or no, I get it quick. And so, okay. Sandy, how did your question get up there above this? Okay, this is going to be a weird night, I think, with questions jumping around. Unless I don't know how this works and somebody else. There's some way for you guys to push your questions up to the top. Okay, so Sandy, can you tell me my stepkids and our custody case going on? Is there a little boy? Because I keep seeing a boy sticking out at the main as like being. I don't know if he's younger, and maybe that's why they're most concerned about his emotional something. Does that make any sense, Sandy? Okay. You have a son together. Okay. Um, but that's not. Can you tell me my stepkids in our custody case? So but this son is not the stepchild. Oh, lots younger than stepkids. Okay, so that's why I'm seeing the younger one. Okay. Okay, I saw a girl, an older girl. Okay, so hang on, let me just say this. Malala Pale, please take a deep breath. Because I feel like your energy is really like, just take a deep breath. I need to be able to focus on this right now. I will work with you. Remember, everybody, these are free. So I feel like Sandy with the older daughter, I feel like she's very level-headed. I feel like the older son is a little stubborn. Does that make any sense? Because I don't. This is like a kind of I can't feel everything else kind of mushing around here. So can you let me know if that makes sense? Just about their personality, so I can get a little bit more. Wait, Nicole, who's Vero? You said FYI, Vero is an aunt to twins today. Who's Vero? Sorry. Can I expect any community? I just don't, I'm like confused. Sorry. You have to remember that I literally walk away from these readings and I remember very, very little from doing these. It's sort of, I guess, them perfectly. Okay. For some reason, I feel like the judge is going to be really considering your younger son coming forward and like considering emotionally the impact on your youngest son, believe it or not. And for some reason, I keep feeling like whatever it is, it's fair, it's balanced, and it's fair. So it doesn't feel like and I also feel like the daughter's input will make a big difference in whatever it is, like that it's going to end up being okay and everybody's going to be okay with the outcome. I just feel like those are the things that are kind of coming forward. Maybe that's what your guides or the universe is saying, like that really needs to come through, is they're going to be really considering the youngest one's emotional impact of the situation. And the daughter's level-headed statements, like how her input is for where she wants. I feel like she wants to be with you more. So that may be what it is where she's with you more and then visiting back and forth. Does that make any sense? Oh, that's what the video was on. Someone said something. Web surfer guy, you wanted me to do I want to do a whole video on the cryptocurrencies because it's really, when I was looking at it, it's like there's so many different ones, so I can't just go, it's this one, because number one, I don't know enough, so I'd have to like really look at names and see vibrationally what feels like right for me. Because I don't know, I'm not a stocks person at all. So if I can see a general like flow of it, but if you were to ask me, like I have to like look at it and feel, so like, because I actually started looking up cryptocurrency. So I want to do a whole video on that. I hope you're okay with that. And it's going to come once my kids start school, and they start in the next few days. I will sit down and do a whole video on it. That's not a cop out. It's just that's a really big question. And as you can see, I'm already 11 minutes in and I have so many questions still to get. Are you okay with that? Sandy, our older son is neutral. We have split custody now. Okay. I feel like, I just feel like the daughter will, for some reason, be more on your side, like spend more time with you than with mom or something like that, like in your home than with her mom. That's what I feel. I don't know why, but that's just sort of like what's coming through. Thank you for understanding. I just don't, like I said, it was like, I sat down and I was like, let me, like, I really don't know much about that. And I don't know. I'm going to tell you this. So it's the feeling I get around some of the cryptos is the feeling that I got when they started doing those, were they the long arm home loans where it was like the variable interest rates? And I thought, and I remember saying to somebody, I'm like, that seems like the dumbest thing in the world. I don't know who would buy that. Sorry if anybody did, but energetically, intuitively, I was like, everybody knows, interest rates always go up and then you're not going to be able to afford your home loan. So to me, it felt like a scam right from the bat when I read it. And I feel like that was some of the cryptos, that it's like a scam. There's several that are Ponzi, feels like, and then there's several that I feel like are just money laundering type things. And I honestly, there's 5 of them I feel like that'll come out that'll be legit. And I do feel like, I don't know if they'll have their own like stock market thing, but I feel like there's something that's going to make them more legitimate. But that's what I can tell you like off the bat, but I'll kind of look at it again and see what I get. And even if you wanted to comment, like after I post this video, if you want to comment and name a few you're interested in, I can kind of sort of look at it that way too for people. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. So you gotta, at the end of the day, it's your own instincts. Sandy, let me know about what I said. Remote viewing. I totally think you can do remote viewing. Same thing with astral travel. Oh, see, you're asking great questions, things I can do videos on. Okay. Not that anybody else's questions aren't great, but they're more general for more people. Okay. I'm going back up. Let me see here. Okay. Davina's is why is Aditya not texting you? Is he texting or seeing other girls? I do think he's seeing other people. What's going on in your friendship? I don't think, like, the feeling is like, I feel like he doesn't think of it as so serious. I keep getting shown this friend of mine who I was friends with, and he just dated around a lot. Like, I sort of had a crush on him, and he dated around a lot, and he didn't really look at me that way. And I don't know why. I just feel like he's not as, it's not emotionally invested, but like I kind of see it as a friend thing. And I know it's not what everybody wants to hear, but that's where I feel. Yeah, Nicole. Okay. So that's what I think will happen. I think whatever it is, it'll end up being fair. Like, it's not going to be like all or nothing, and it's not going to be, so I think somehow it's fair to everyone. So maybe it is that your daughter gets to stay and your older son keeps going back and forth the way he is, like more even time. But that she's allowed to kind of have more of a say. And I think it'll be okay. Should walk away. Davina, I feel like if you want to remain friends, it's okay to remain friends. But if you're expecting more, you're going to be let down, is sort of what I feel like. Nicole, you said up here, someone's an aunt to twins. I think that's a validation of some sort, but I don't remember. So please tell me what that means. Can you expect communication from Jose soon? I heard yes and no. So no feels like no phone call, maybe a text or something, but I just feel like he's just really tied up and very busy. I feel like there's a lot of training going on. He's in California, right? Rosewater, the very first thing I got, because I saw your question and I was like scanning to look to see where I'm at, said what's coming towards me in September, and I just felt calm. Like it's finally going to kind of settle down. But I feel like November is going to be rough. It just feels a little bit more hectic than usual, but it'll be okay. You'll weather the storm fine, but it just feels like maybe it's the calm before the storm. But November is going to be a little bit either busier or more chaotic. But it doesn't feel disastrous. It feels like I'll be okay, but it just feels like kind of a lot. Amy, did Julianne try to make me jealous by flaunting a guy in front of me, or is she scared having been with me? That's what I think it is. I actually feel like it's the I'm not scared, but just like I'm just with guys. Like I'm not really like that. I think it's more about her trying to prove it to herself. Because I think she actually does care about you. I just feel like she's trying to prove it to herself that they say like it's not about you. It's like it's not about you. It's really about her trying to prove things to herself. On you and Justin. I heard slow going, but all okay. Is he kind of shy? More of an introvert? Like still funny, but just, Star K, I'm looking to see if I have any message from loved ones who have passed. Thank you. I'm going to sit on this one and think about whoever it is you specifically want to come through. Like, you don't have to tell me right now, but sometimes it's harder when you're thinking about just general because I don't feel anybody right now. It doesn't mean they're not going to show up, but just kind of like focus on them, spend your energy that way. And as I'm going, if somebody pops through, then I'll go ahead and interrupt and ask if it's for you. Does that work for you, Star? I hope so. Okay, B, can you tell me who my guardian angel is? Does he or she have any messages for me? How can I be in contact with your guardian angels? Like guides? I started to say you have several, and then I heard 5 or 6. The sixth one feels like it's one that is like a rotating position. Somebody comes in and out, and it changes guides periodically, depending on what's going on in your life. There's also animal connections around you because I saw a little dog. I'm also seeing, and you should look this up, the dolphin spirit animal medicine, and find out what the connection is. That'll make sense to you. I don't really know, if you see butterflies, that's about transformation. So I see a dolphin. There's also something about, do you work closely with animals? Or is there something on animal rescue or connection to nature? Because there's something around that with you. You do have one main female guide, but I'm not picking up a name. And then it seems like there's 2 or 3 actually older, like wise men almost. Um, I don't have names. I just feel the energies of them. And I would love to say, like, I don't even know the names of most of my guides. I only know a few of them. I just know their energy. It's sort of like it's comfortable. I don't know any other way to say it. But you can do meditations. I can try and make a video. There's several meditations I've been asked to do of how to meet your guide. But there's also meditations already out there on YouTube and stuff of do meditation of meeting your own guides. The name Mary is coming to me. So I don't know if you've ever had another reading and someone has mentioned the name Mary. And contacting them, your guides and your angels and things like that. You don't have to do anything special. You just think about them in your head and talk to them that way through your thoughts. One of my friends was asking me about, she said, do they just hear your thoughts or do you have to like purposely interact with them? So it's kind of both. If you're looking for advice or guidance, you have to purposely interact with them unless you're doing something that's totally stupid and they're like having to like move you to get you back into your track so you don't totally fall off your path. But you know, they're kind of around you all the time. They kind of know what's going on all the time. And it's sort of like one of those things of they recognize that we have to do this journey. And that's sort of the free will part of like, unless you're asking for intervention, they just kind of watch what's going on. And they do know your thoughts and things like that, but it's not creepy. I mean, it's not like in a creepy, like, it's sort of just like, I don't know. It gives them better access on a better way to help you too, when you are asking for guidance. Then I don't know, like people ask all the time too, like they're like, oh, I don't want him in the bathroom but I don't know. I don't care, whatever. I think it's sort of from being a nurse. Like when you see naked bodies, you're like, it's just a body. It doesn't, there's nothing like sexual or weird or anything about it. It's like you look at a car, it's like, there's nothing, you know, I mean, maybe people find that, but the point is like, there's nothing like creepy or weird about it. It's just, they're just sort of there, always available, and they're sort of monitoring and watching. So they also can be of best assistance to us when we do ask them for help. Hi, Rochelle. I want to know if you can tell me what 2020 has in store for me when it comes to career. I heard growth. I even heard maturing too. So I feel like that's about your own growth and maturing too, as in your business. And also they said it like a sense of calm and like, so finally feeling like you're not an imposter, like feeling like you've got this. You're a little bit more, you feel like you have more street cred, so to speak. You're welcome, Sandra. If I've given you a reading, please like it and subscribe and hit the bell. If you're enjoying this, do the same. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna grow really big or I'm gonna enjoy. Oh, by the way, thank you to all my new subscribers and those of you who are sticking with me. But you know, just like it, whatever. I'm not asking for payment or donations or anything else. So help a girl out. Adam, I had 3 people who I wasn't talking to all reach out to me on the same day. Does this mean anything? That's very interesting. I heard healing. It's about healing. So it's also about showing you how far you've come on your own journey, because I feel like you've purposely doing some work on your own for healing. Does that make any sense? Let me just see if anybody has validated anything. Thank you, Rochelle. You're very welcome. I'm just scanning. Don't know working animals, but you have a cat. Did you have a cat? Did you have a dog at some point as a child? But I feel like also look up the dolphin, whatever, spirit animal medicine. That's helpful. I feel like there's something in that for you. as validation. Hi, spiritual goddess of enlightenment. Thank you for being here. I'm good. Everybody has spirit guides. Webster for Guys asks that if he has them. Hold on just a second, and then we'll go into how do you know. Maybe I should make a video on that. Don't have a dog. Did you have one at a point though? Not now, like growing up or whatever that's past, a family one. I didn't skip anybody. I'm going down to for validation stuff to the stuff I did before. Don't worry. I'm going back up. I'm going to actually put an end to the questions because I feel like I'm going a little slower tonight. And questions here. So, because I have a movie night with my husband tonight. Family dog years ago. Okay, so I think this dog is actually around you, oddly enough, because I saw a dog pop in spirit. You're going to think this is strange that it might be a guide for you, but I actually think it might be. And others, you say that you don't work with animals. I see somehow because I heard St. Francis around you. So somehow there's a rescue animal involved. So I don't know, maybe if your cat's a rescue from a rescue center, but there's something there that where I feel like you'll be giving back and doing volunteer work or something else like that. Okay. Libra girl, I'll leave your question up there and then I'm done after no new questions after that. So I'm going to get to everybody. I promise. Alan, I'll get to you. I just kind of, the questions are jumping around a little bit and I don't understand why they do that sometimes. So I keep having to scroll back down. I wish I could do like a check mark to show that I've answered them. Star, I'm still keeping you there. I haven't. I feel like there is a grandmother around you. She's kind of leaning over a little bit hunched. I would say she has not darker skin, but she's definitely not fair skin. She has a darker toned her skin. I feel like she really cared about fashion and what she wore. Does any of this make sense? Like she cared about the way she looked and her hair was done nice. She liked getting her hair done. Does this make any sense? I haven't read Fruit and Limelight. I haven't. I'm just no new questions from that point on from what I put. Star, can you let me know if that makes any sense about your grandmother? And the color purple. So I don't know if she liked purple but there's like something about purple. And she has a little bit of a rounded back on. Not like I don't feel her totally sitting. Just kind of like holding a purse like this. Let me know if that makes any sense. So I can see what else. Exactly. Okay. LNR. Okay. I'd like to work in the environmental field. Do I see you that happening in the future? I just heard not right away. It's something about, they said not right away. And I asked what's keeping her from doing it right away. And I heard connections and also like there's somebody who's actually going to connect you to the job, but I also feel like there's some kind of schooling involved that needs to happen. A certification or something to make you qualified to do exactly what you want to do. But I also feel like there's a connection to someone getting you the job. Like you meeting someone that's like, hey, yeah, this would be. So it's meeting them and then also the job opening up. It's kind of a combination of things, but it feels a few years out yet. Oh, Adam, did you validate what I said about the healing thing? She was white. My dad's side of the family is Native. But she's not super fair. Does purple make sense? The color purple? Not the movie. Hi, MRTM Productions. I think this is her. Would she like have like curled her hair? Like her hair was done really well, and like I just feel very proper. Makes sense for your mom, but not your grandmother. But this feels like was your mom. This woman passed probably in her 80s. Something about 83 or 86. She's very proper, and that's your mom. Or your grandma. This feels like a grandma. Time frame doesn't fit. I don't know. You're welcome, Ellen. Your gram. She's like wiping her mouth, like a little folded up cloth. Would she have carried around her own little kerchief, like not a Kleenex, like she preferred a kerchief? These just might be a little validation things. Okay. So I feel like it's really funny because I'm asking her, like, she's really quiet, and it just almost is like, when you say she's proper, like, I feel like she really was. She knew when to not speak. Thank you. She knew when to not speak. So, like, some of us now in modern times don't know when to hold our tongue. And we feel like we just have to be heard and have to be heard, have to be heard. And there's a real beauty in silence. And I feel like she's saying, you're really good at communicating, but there's also reminding there's a beauty in silence, and there's a beauty in, and there's strength. And I'm not talking about like not sticking up for yourself. It's more like giving somebody enough rope to hang themselves. um, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like learning to give somebody enough rope to hang themselves instead of needing to make the point. I feel like that's the one thing she wanted to share with you, which sounds really strange, but there's got to be something going in your life where this would make sense. She said, thank you. So I've been saying, you're welcome. Yes, Web Surfer Guy, I do think that stuff works. So I'll do a video on that. No problem. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Thank you. You're very welcome, Star. Nobody else is showing in, so I feel like she wanted you to hear that. Okay, so I'm going to go back up, scooting back up to catch everybody. Don't worry. Okay. Adam, did you end up validating about the healing thing? Just because I sometimes like to hear if I'm connecting at all. And I answered that one for Sandra. Nicole, good morning from Australia. Hi from Australia. Hello. May I have a reading? I feel tension at work. What do you think is going on? Please and thank you. I feel like, well, okay, so they're showing a woman in particular stepping forward, like being the one that's sort of the, she gets like, seems to be getting annoyed really easily and like really frustrated. It's not about you. It's a theme for tonight. It's not about you. It feels like there's a lot of stuff going on in her personal life and she has no control over it. And sort of just her frustration is piling up. And so she just seems very short tempered and is sort of projecting it on you. Does this make any sense? There's a man there too, I feel like, but I feel like he sort of just like steers clear kind of thing. It just feels like this woman in particular. Does that make any sense? Hi, King. I didn't skip you, I promise. Star says that makes sense. Okay. Okay, got that. I'm good. How are you, King? I feel like I'm going real slow tonight. Sorry, guys. I'm scrolling right now, trying to figure out. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, I answered that. Adam, validate. You don't have to pay me, just validate. That's it. Okay. Kimchi Bay. Do you like kimchi a lot? Just wondering. I've actually never had kimchi. I like sauerkraut though. Like maybe like the Bubby's sauerkraut. I like that. What's going to happen between me and my boyfriend, the love of my life? Situation happened today with his family. Is his mom really traditional? Because I just feel like she's wagging her finger at him a lot. Like he should be doing something first before, like career first, girls later. Kind of like, and he feels like so like pulled and torn between what he wants and what his family wants, like trying to be the good son and be loyal. Does that make sense? Because I just keep seeing him hanging his head, and she's like scolding him. Okay. Princess Laura. I see. I didn't skip you. I just have to move around a little bit. That's just how it works here. Okay, so this is what I feel. I could be wrong, but I feel like he smokes weed for Israel, and I feel like he drinks. I feel like he does a little bit too much of both, and maybe experiments with other stuff, but not into other stuff regularly. Like maybe has tried LSD or Molly or one of those things. I don't know about a lot of those drugs, so I can't like. I watched a lot of people on drugs. I've just never done any of them. So I've smoked pot, but that's it. Just so nobody can come back and say, I've smoked pot with you before. I've done that, but that's about it. So I feel like he's a bit of a pothead and drinks probably more than he should, but I also feel like he's younger, so it's like sort of like who the crowd he runs with. I feel like kind of unmotivated. That's how I feel like he is, sort of unmotivated to be different. Let me know if that makes sense. I'm good, Limelight. I added Libra Girl's question. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Sandy. Okay, Sandy said exactly. See, I kind of go back. I'm like, oh, I forgot to talk to these people. It's called psychic amnesia. It's part of the, I guess it's a downside. Maybe it's a good thing because I don't need to keep all of this stuff in my head all the time, right? What's going to happen between Cameron and I? Sharda. He's a sad. I'm a Libra. I love him and want him back. We still live together. He's hurting. They just keep telling me you need to give him space. Like, it's almost like, and I don't know if this makes sense. So you tell me. Validation is nice. It's like you want it to be the way you want it to be, and you want him to talk to you, and you want him to be this, and you want him to be that, and you want him to talk. And he sort of like needs to kind of go inward and be quiet and heal and like kind of keep his space. And it's almost like you wanting it to be the way it needs to be for you, to make you feel okay with it. And he's not ready to talk about his emotions, and he's not really great at talking about his emotions. And I don't really care what people's signs are. I've said this before. Number one, I don't know enough about a lot of them. I know a little bit about the ones like my kids, their signs and things like that. My husband's sign, my sign. But I don't really put a lot of stock in that because I just feel the energy. And because I also know that rising signs are different than whatever. That's sort of what I see is like they're just sort of like saying, give him his space. They're not telling me how it's going to end up. It's just like sort of like you need to give him his space is the feeling I get. Oh, I don't have donations on purpose. I'm offering this for free. Maybe at some point I'll do donations, but I sort of feel like this is part of my gift that I'm supposed to share for a short time once a week. And I do private readings. So if you want to share the love that way, and I'm happy to do private readings. They're a little different than this. Some of you have come and gotten private readings, and I'm so excited that you trust me to do that. But I'm doing it this way for now. Not sure why. Just sort of what my guides kind of have guided me to do, and I'm super happy to do it this way. Oh, Veronica. Oh, she's I didn't know what Vern was. I'm like, who is that? Sorry. Oh, I'll have to send her a text and tell her thank you or congratulations. That's so exciting. Twins. Did I say it was going to be or something? Is that a validation? Okay, you need help with clarity with advice. Okay. If you want to do a private reading, Kimchi, I do private readings. It's $100 for a half hour and $175 for an hour. And I know it's steep, but it's also, I also don't let you come and do readings monthly or anything like that. I just a couple times a year, maybe, unless any major changes have happened. But I like to help empower people to kind of hook into their own intuition as well. Taking a deep breath. Okay. Okay. So Malala Pial, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you right away. Okay, so I don't know why I feel like he's stepping away for a time. It's just what I'm feeling right now. I don't know why sometimes I see it one way and then another. Sometimes things can change. It also felt like almost like when you heard that, you just got like more pressure on him to come clean. And it's like sort of that taking a break back and going, is this what I wanted? And sometimes they don't give me a full answer of why they're doing that or why they're saying they're not telling me, like, is he coming back kind of thing, because it's sort of about you needing to be patient. It's kind of like when someone says, what is the person I'm gonna marry look like? And they won't always tell me, because if you're only looking for, say, somebody with brown hair that's 5 foot whatever, then you're going to miss the lesson that you needed to learn with that person who has red hair and is 6 foot whatever. So there's certain reasons why they hold back information, because there is a lesson in it for you that you need to grow. And I know that sounds like a cop out, but that's the truth. I've been doing readings professionally for a long time. I've been doing readings my entire life without knowing it. And that's what I have found to be the case when they won't give me a full, clear answer on it. It's not because they don't know. It's because you're not supposed to fully know, because there's a lesson in this for you. And I keep hearing patience. It's true. It's a virtue, and we don't all possess it. And I have been in your shoes where I wanted to know. I still get in that way sometimes too. Like, I'm trying to figure out why I'm doing the YouTube channel. I hope it's helpful for people, but they're not showing me a clear guide of where this is going or what I'm supposed to do with this, other than I'm supposed to be doing this. Libra girl, what does your Sagittarius think about you? So I see the Sagittarius being a little bit sensitive and overthinking things a lot. But I don't feel like a oh, I'm really interested or anything, because I also feel like you haven't really fully, that person doesn't even know that you're interested in them. I don't know if that makes sense. You've been patiently waiting for 1 year. We are all human. You're welcome, Alalapil. Not anything specific, just overthinks things in general. So, like if they had a conversation with somebody, they would like walk away and go, oh, maybe I should have said it this way. Maybe I should have said it this way. It's like overthinking everything in general. Hi, Nora. You can always help people for free. You just have no expectations. So I'm happy. I love doing private readings. I really enjoy them. I like helping people this way. I know that I'm supposed to help people grow spiritually. I don't know. I'm just kind of enjoying it and seeing where it goes. Okay. I haven't gotten to you, Rainbow. You're welcome, Libra girl. Psychically, well, everybody can grow psychically. I think everybody has the ability to be psychic. I think everybody. So I always use this example quick, and then I'm going to go back up. I'll answer the questions, and I got to get done. So I got to get through these. I'm not answering any new questions left there. I put a thing up way up above that I was done with questions at that point. I'm just kind of doing catching up on where I'm at. So everybody can play basketball to an extent, right? So everybody can hold a basketball. Even a quadriplegic can hold a basketball in their lap. So that to me is somebody who is the least spiritually connected. Somebody who says that you're an atheist and there's nothing out there and that's it. That's what it is, right? Just human existence, but they can still hold a ball in their lap, right? Then there's people who everybody can, bounce a ball, bouncing and walking, running and dribbling. You can do a layup, you can shoot and do those things. And then there's people who are born with a lot of natural talent. And, sometimes they have a lot of natural talent. They don't go anywhere with it, right? But then there's like, if you look at professional basketball players, right, there's a lot of natural talent, but there is a ton of practice that goes with it and a ton of work and focus and everything else. And that's sort of where I look at myself as a professional, right? I've taken courses, I've taken classes, I practice all the time. I throw myself out there. I've all of that stuff. I'm doing this. And it's, my abilities are growing because I constantly use them and practice with them. So that's sort of what I feel like, that you can work on that and practice. It really is. It's sort of building a muscle. It's your psychic muscle. Okay. I'm trying to get through these. Rosewater. Maybe that's why November will be. Every time I think of fall, that's the feeling I have. It does feel like busy, but you can handle it, so that's good. I also feel like more work coming in for you. Okay, sorry. Okay. I think, Nicole, I answered the communication with Jose. Webster forgot what's the future. Okay, I answered that. My mom's insurance do their job and it won't need to go to court. I heard yes, but at the last minute. So it's going to go like you really have to stay on top of it. Maybe just letters back and forth between attorneys, but I don't see it going to court. Charlene, that would be great. Oh, I guess he answered something. See, psychic amnesia. It happens. Okay. Hello, Benicia. I need to write all of Webster for Guys questions. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this and write all yours down. That atmosphere art job I know about. Will she hire me? This is for Rainbow Love. Hire me a good place. I will be successful at. Is it I'm going to contact the owner. Pretty cool place. I do think she'll hire you, but I don't think you're going to start where you want to start. I think you're going to start lower than you want to, but you'll have opportunity to work your way up and go where you want to. I feel like she has very high standards, and she expects a lot out of you, but that you'll be able to step up to the plate. But it'll be like you wouldn't expect her to be as like this, but she will, because she sort of has a little bit more of a laid back attitude, but she has very high standards and expectations, but you'll be able to do it. But I feel like you're going to start lower, then you might feel disappointed. Like I wanted to start here, but I feel like it'll be in a little bit different position than you're wanting, but she's doing that as a test almost to train you then to kind of mold you into what she wants for that particular place. You asked about Elizabeth Lynn said, will Costas and I be in a relationship in the future? I feel like no. I feel like you're moving on to bigger and better things. Urban Lady back in school. Good idea or no? Yes, good idea. Hi, Brett. I actually thought about you earlier today and was hoping you would be here. They'll be okay finding out. I think they suspect, but they don't know for sure. But they'll be okay finding out. I feel like they just want Mary to be happy. So it feels okay. iPhone, my name is Leah. Is it Leah or Lee? Do you think I can telepathically communicate with a specific person? You are not crazy. I do think that we have energetically can connect that way. That other person sort of also has to be psychically open, spiritually open. Like my husband and I, he has no clue he has any kind of psychic connection. So if you know him, shh. But I'll think about something and then I'll say something to him and I'll go, I was just thinking about that 2 minutes ago. So there are certain things that, yes, I do think that you can be on the same wavelength with other people and connect and tune in psychically, have same thoughts, same dreams, weird, crazy dreams. But yes, I do think so. You're welcome, Sandy, by the way. Sorry I didn't get to thank you before. Charlene, what's coming for you in September? Clarity is what I heard. Clarity. So if you've been looking, it just feels absolute clarity. I feel like there's been confusion or not uncertainty for the past few months. So I heard clarity. Ruby Clark, I'm in so much pain wondering if me and Jack will end up together. Can you help? Oh, I'm sorry, Ruby. I don't feel like you will. So the lesson I feel like here is like learning to take your own strength back and your own power back. And this is gonna, okay, I've said this before on here. Is there something going on with your knee? I keep rubbing my left knee in particular, but it could just be, let me see. It could just be because I only have my left hand free. It's just something going on with your knee. Just can you validate that quick for me, Ruby? Hi, Raven. Should I sell my art online instead of with a gallery in terms of financial success? I actually feel like you should do both. The gallery is going to give you a different exposure. It feels like more legitimate. But it doesn't feel like either or. It actually feels like both. Nicole, as far as Jose, I feel like there's something like he's caught up with home or something where he's like I feel like he's seen a couple friends, but he's actually spending a lot more time at home. I think he might get deployed. Do you know if that makes any sense? So, Rose, I think career-wise is going to be a little bit more hectic, but maybe because of the love coming in, like I don't feel love stepping forward as much, but it may be like a kind of underlying thing. But I feel like busy with career stuff, not, but like in a good way. Web surfer guy, well, I'll be able to control my type 2 diabetes before it's too late. I've been trying to go low carb, kind of keto, but not as extreme. But I have severe health issues, especially with my eyes. So what I keep getting shown is a nutritionist and accountability. That you need a partner to help you be accountable, and then it's totally possible. But I feel like you need that like cheerleader. So I don't know if it means the problem with a keto diet is that it's got so much protein in it, and sometimes that protein can actually be really hard on your kidneys. So it's about balance. I actually feel like you would do better with like the diabetic exchange diet or counting your carbs, but not going super extreme. Doing something more like Weight Watchers. I know that sounds a bit, but it's like it feels like that feeling of having balance and accountability, not extreme. You keep showing me cookies. Are cookies your downfall? Chocolate chip cookies? I do feel like it's possible, but I feel like you need an actual person to help you kind of be accountable. Is the feeling I get that you need or like a coach or a nutritional something. Not still taking questions, Angel, or Solona, or Solomi. I'm trying to finish up my other one, so that's why I'm into the hours because it is hard to stay on target. So I feel like you need, if you get somebody to help you be accountable, that will be like the way that you can do it. Sorry, come back next week. Subscribe and ring the bell and come back next week. And just make sure you're in early. I'm spiritual goddess of enlightenment. I don't know if you I see you up there. I am going slow. I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little slower here. Okay. All right, B. Any messages Jeff wants to tell me? I'm not feeling anybody else in spirit, so let me just hold on to that if he pops in at the end. No, Amy, I don't feel narcissistic behavior. I just feel like it's not, it's just more about her trying to prove something to herself. It really had nothing to do with you. Spiritual goddess of enlightenment. I get just keep being persistent, keep trucking, because I feel like don't give up now, because it feels like whatever you've been working for or moving towards, it's like not happening as fast as you want. But I feel like they're trying to tell you like keep trucking along, keep up the persistence, that you need to just don't lose hope yet, don't lose faith yet, because it's coming. And I feel like I don't know, whatever this is, it just feels like, because I'm trying to rush, sorry, like a month or two you'll have the answer. So it's like it'll whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is going to come through. But don't lose faith now. It sort of is like how they say, like you give up right before you hit the breakthrough. Webster for guide, we all have spirit guides. And I'm going to have to do that one next week, because I've already answered one for you. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to everybody, but it's also an hour in, and I got to get my 2-year-old down still. Okay, does spirit want me to know something? Always. Widget, I feel like you are actually fairly psychic yourself, but you're sort of in denial when it happens, because I feel like they're like, well, we're talking to you and you're not listening. So it's sort of opening the door when they knock. So when you think you hear something and then you go, oh, no, that couldn't have been it. It was this, and this. Just stay more tuned. When you feel like you feel spirit or hear spirit, just acknowledge them. You'll open up more psychically. I don't know if that makes any sense. Validate. Hello, I'm baby. I want to know how long feelings towards me. Wait, how Hung contact me in September. I don't feel like he kind of knows that you're around. Like, it just feels like you're somebody he knows, but he's not really, you're not on his radar. I don't know if that makes any sense. Thank you, Raven. And thank you for the blessings. I don't understand that, Mimi. Does Brandon have intuitions with me? Did you mean intentions? Libra girl, Esteban. Is this the Sag? Is Esteban the Sag? Eyes like stars. Which direction is my life? Should I take? I'm having trouble finding a job in my profession, and I was thinking about moving out of state. But I feel like it's not far for you to move out of state. Like, you're not very far from the state line. Does that make sense? You're welcome, B. Yep. Oh, just started reading on improving my vibrations. Okay, so that's what I think it is. It's just validation. And I'm sorry it took me so long to get to that. I know I answered yours. Okay. Libra girl, did I answer your question? I think I did. Yes. Star. Okay. Got to Princess. Got to Star. You're welcome, Nicole. I got to Spiritual Goddess. If you've listened, no, hang on. He's younger. He's 24. And I feel like he drinks a little too much. Okay. Okay. Hi, Samantha. You're so kind to comment, and I really am sorry that you're kind of in a lost space. I'm going to go ahead and block you from my channel now because I don't like negativity and nastiness, and I can. So if you want to watch, you're welcome to watch, but you're no longer welcome to comment. Okay, so I have gotten to everybody now. Everybody who's after the thing, can you come back next week? Because I took me that long to catch up on everyone, and I'm sorry if you're disappointed. Rainbow, I got to you. Libra Girl, I got to you. I think I got to your Spiritual Goddess, didn't I? Quantum theory. Let me just tell you. I'm gonna write all this down because I actually totally think I believe in quantum physics and all of that stuff. So I'll do a video on quantum theory, and I'll go through and write all these down. Champagne Tea, you have to come back next week, okay? And I'll go back and look at the comments and stuff, Web Surfer Guy, and write stuff down because you have a lot of good ideas for me. I appreciate that. Okay, I think I got to your Spiritual Goddess. I got to yours. Thank you very much for all of the encouragement, everybody. No, King Dog, you came in too late. You came in too late. Can you come back next week? Because you asked your questions after I put the thing. So by about 30 minutes in, I've usually cut off 25 minutes or so in. I'm cutting off things if I see that there's so many questions. Come back. Good night, everybody. I just want to make sure that there's any validations. I like that name. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm just reading all of these. No apologies necessary. All right, everyone, good night. Have a wonderful week. If you're starting back at school and all that stuff, good luck. Enjoy your holiday off tomorrow if you have a holiday off, or if you're not in another part of the country or world, enjoy that. I do this often, Christy. I come back every week, every Sunday night. I do this about every Sunday night. And if I can't do it on a Sunday night, I find another night of the week to do it. So once a week, I do these readings for free. And it's live. So I'm here. Come back. I don't know what the next Sunday is, but it's coming Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I'm on the East Coast. And I will see you then. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for subscribing and liking and all of your support and kindness. And I appreciate all of that. I appreciate all of you and your support and supporting me and all that. So have a great week. Talk to you soon.